That being said, it wasn't an HBO production. It was a Cinemax production.
Really?
Yeah, when it starts up, it says Max Original, not HBO Original.
No, that's HBO Max.
HBO Max.
No, but isn't HBO Max like a Cinemax HBO?
No, not at all.
It's called
HBO Max is
Max.
HBO. It's HBO.
Oh.
How are them gains, my dude?
Solid, bro. Solid gains.
Those are solid gains, bro.
Solid gains, bro.
Dude, Jake, so you already saw my X-Men wallet, right, Jake?
Yeah, I saw the X-Men wallet. She's sick.
Yeah, dude. I also finally got around to getting Black Sad Volume 2.
Nice.
Hell yes.
Sick. Dude, I don't know if Anthony Cody told you, but I saw Cody over the weekend.
Yeah, he just told me the story. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you should tell the story now that we're fucking recording.
In the group chat, Jake, before the weekend, Jake kept alluding to going to visit his grandmother.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was the old switcheroo I pulled on you guys. Grandma's code for Cody. Well, yeah, no. Then I just kept like texting him while you're there. I was like, "Yo, dude, what are you doing tonight?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, you should be free and party with me." He was like, "What are you talking about, man?" Just kept not believing me whenever I said I was there.
Then he FaceTimed me from a restaurant in Charleston.
Yeah, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah. And he was like, I came here for you, dude. I was like, you came here for ass, you liar.
Dude, but you can't have one without the other, is what I always say.
Yeah, you can't have Cody without also getting ass. Oh.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. It was a fun. Dude, the last night was fun as shit.
Dude, we lost our damn minds.
Oh, man, it was a blast.
Geek Fest.
A Geekapalooza, if you will.
The reason I brought up things I bought is because I wanted to get a reaction out of you, but you didn't bite the lure.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Why? Because you still have no headphones?
Well, we'll be fixing that in just a second, because guess what, motherfuckers?
So why are they on your head right now?
Because I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, there's the Cody we know.
Wildcat mode, engage. Are there wildcats in West Virginia?
Oh, definitely. Bobcats.
Large wildcats, bobcats.
Honestly, I forgot how much cooler it sounds with headphones than without them.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
It does.
And you look like the old school Cody we know and love.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to get, when I knew there were cheaper options out there, but I had to stay true to my brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless they go dead in a few months and then we say, fuck the brand.
I know, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure she got hers used on the Facebook Marketplace.
Gotcha. Okay. So someone knew there was something up with them.
Yeah.
Boys.
You about to take a bong hit?
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. Dude, I'm so excited to get high with you guys. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this for a while now.
And what an episode it will be, because today's episode we are discussing Peacemaker on HBO Max, written, directed, produced by our boy James Gunn.
Jimmy Guns. That's what we call him.
Jimmy Guns, yeah. Jimmy Guns. Dude, also, fun fact that I just found out via like scrolling on Instagram, Harcourt is his girlfriend in real life.
Are they married? I thought that was his wife. That's James Gunn's wife.
They might honestly be. Yeah. I know, whatever. They've been together for like 6 years.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I had no idea.
Yeah, and she kicked ass.
Yeah, her character was really cool.
You weren't expecting this really side, like C-D character team within the Suicide Squad movie to kick as much ass as they did in their own TV show.
It was sick.
It was awesome.
Another fun fact, James Gunn wrote the entire season in 8 weeks.
Oh wow,
That's pretty insane.
that's impressive.
Like, he didn't have a writing team or anything. It's him by himself. There was no writer's room for the show, which I found pretty interesting because it was tight. Like, it was just so good.
Well, I think like to that point, like he definitely had like a vision for this show and he fucking executed it. Because I don't think even people that were like, let's talk about like the fact that when the trailers were first coming out, Anthony, you weren't too hyped about it.
Not at all. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit that. I was like, Peacemaker, all right. Like, I'm gonna watch it, but I have no, like, even less excitement than I did for a Hawkeye show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was excited for it, but not as excited as I started watching it, where I was like, damn, this show is actually fucking good.
Incredible.
Yeah, like it was
After the first episode, I was like,
yeah, first episode I was hooked easy. I was like, oh, this show is good. The
Easy
opening
money.
scene, also, I'm not gonna lie, I never skipped the opening sequence
oh, of course not.
because that's a dope ass. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like a riff on TikTok dances almost.
Yeah, I mean that's not where my head went, but
Yeah, fucking loser.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
really, I don't know if it was honestly.
I think to your point, I think it's made for people to emulate on TikTok. It's like James Gunn knows, how do I make this as memeable? I don't think he was trying to make it as memeable as possible, but it is very memeable because the way everyone dances is like so like it's a choreo. Like, this kind of intro is not anything we've seen in a TV show. At least I've never seen it in a show, and we've never seen it in a superhero show. Like, it's so unique and it just works on every level. I don't know. I loved it. Like, yeah, there's no reason to ever skip that intro.
Yeah,
Never. It was so
awesome.
fun.
Do you think maybe they'll change it next season because not all those characters made it to the end?
Oh, for sure.
maybe, but also, I mean, like
Same song, different dance, maybe?
same song, different dance. That'd be funny.
Because that song is so good. Do you want to taste it?
Oh yeah, he put a lot of metal rock or hair rock,
80s, glam rock.
yeah, glam
hair
rock in
metal.
this show, and it worked.
You know that song's from like 2010?
But does she want to taste it? Or do you
Yeah,
wanna taste it?
that's not...
Who
like,
is that?
The name of the band is Wigwam. They're not a famous band at all. I've never heard of them.
Nice.
If I haven't heard of them, they're not fucking famous. Let me say that right now.
Anthony may not know movies, but he knows music.
I know every band in this town, all right?
Yeah, dude, it was a solid show, and it like fucking dude, it was funny as shit, and like there's a super very endearing moments.
Yeah, really wholesome.
Ooh, tons of heart.
Yeah, tons of heart. Really wholesome. Really funny. Just like I'm just gonna go out and say it.
Say it.
Shit's on every single Disney Plus show put out so far.
Yeah.
Shit's all over it.
I agree 100%.
Like, it's not even close.
Like, dude, yeah. It's also like, until I think to James Gunn's credit, and like Disney Plus is still very new. HBO is not, and HBO more or less puts out quality shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, it wasn't an HBO production; it was a Cinemax production.
Really?
Yeah, when it starts up, it says Max Original, not HBO Original.
No, that's
No,
HBO
dude.
Max.
HBO Max.
No, but isn't HBO Max like a Cinemax HBO?
No, not at all.
It's called
HBO Max is HBO. It's HBO.
Oh, but then how come there are some shows that still just say HBO and then some say Max Originals?
Because some shows were made
are on the
specific-
actual channel, like Euphoria, like something like that. But then Peacemaker, I think, only streams.
Interesting. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Well, now I'm a fucking idiot.
Cody's like, they took all the softcore porn movies and combined it with The Sopranos, and then they created a whole new...
Oh
Yeah,
man.
all the softcore. Dude, that's basically the plot of Peacemaker is softcore porn, like one of those weird, wacky alien ones. And the grit of the Sopranos.
Do you remember the names of those softcore porns that would come on late at night? It was like Emilio in Space. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, and like Lord of the G Strings.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was one, because I mean, I didn't realize this because I was a kid jerking off to this, but those were all porn stars.
Oh yeah,
just doing softcore movies for extra, you know what I mean?
I learned that later in life as well through my connoisseuring of.
Yeah, once I started digging into the real deal, I was like, oh, I know these bitches. I done grew up with these hoes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Uh-oh, Anthony, what's going on? What's going on with Anthony?
Hold on one second.
Oh, shit.
There's a butterfly in his apartment.
Oh, yeah. Dude, let's talk about that. Once again, James Gunn. And I liked it, but is it maybe a criticism that James Gunn relies heavily on, like, whether it's Slither, like monster based, you know what I mean? Like, the enemy is always a larger amount of aliens.
Yes, and those aliens often use mind control or the taking over of a brain or something.
Yeah, like the Starros were kind of the same thing as the butterflies in a way.
Yes.
And which is also like not the same, but similar to Slither.
Exactly. Yeah,
Slither,
exactly.
yeah.
Not the same, but definitely like similar. So I would say maybe is that my one, like, to be honest, like the whole show was cool, but I would have rather them like took on like a DC villain I knew of and not.
I would agree with that.
Generic alien. Hopefully, like next season, like dude, like that part with the gorilla and it was talking. I immediately thought I was like, "What is that fucking gorilla, Grodd?"
Yeah. I remember
myself.
we texted each other.
Yeah, I creamed myself, and then it wasn't. And I was like, "Oh, I feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity. I would have liked to see that."
Well, to go off of that, James Gunn, to his credit, he includes the Justice League at the end.
Yeah, that's a sick
or
cameo.
at least some of the Justice League, and then he drops all these references like Kite Man, Batmite, Matter Eater Lad.
Yeah,
you know, like especially Kite Man. Like I want to see Kite Man in season 2. I want to see Peacemaker versus Kite Man because why the fuck not?
I would actually like Kite Man to be played by his voice actor. What's his name?
Is it Neil Patrick? Oh, Nathan Fillion. Right? No. Is it Neil Patrick Harris? No. Who is it?
No, it's the dude who plays Steve's the Pirate in Dodgeball, the redheaded actor.
Oh, why can't I?
He's in a bunch of movies. You guys will know him.
Alan
something Durden or Turden?
No, yeah, Alan
Tyler Durden.
Something?
Tyler Durden, yeah.
Tyler Durden, yes. It's Tyler.
What's his name?
It's Alan.
He's
can't
also
pronounce his
the
last
robot in iRobot with Will Smith. He's in a lot of things. He's in a Knight's Tale. He's the redheaded dude with Heath Ledger and all them.
Yep. Even though I just said his name like 5 times, I can't pronounce it right.
Well, what is it? What does it say?
Alan Tudyk. Tudyk. I don't know how to say that last name.
Alan Tudyk?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, either way,
Can you guys hear me? I literally said that like 10 times. Like,
I heard you say Alan.
I didn't hear you say it. What's his name?
Alan Tudyk. Tudyk. I don't know how to say his last name.
I think it's just Tudyk.
Tiddick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiddick.
Also, if I'm being honest, I would just hear Anthony say Alan, and for some reason that just caused my eyes to glaze over, and I couldn't register anything else.
Oh, Anthony, that's like your magical word, Alan.
Yeah.
Or once again, you're channeling Alan Flitter energy. Dude, shout out to Alan Flitter again.
Yeah, dude. I love that he's a cameo in our podcast.
Yeah. He's the Nick Fury of the podcast references.
Oh, shit. That'd be a good
because we reference a lot of ACI alumni, and then they all have to band together one day. And Alan's the one to lead them, I think.
Are you calling ACI alumni the Avengers?
No, we're definitely more like... Yeah, you're right. We're definitely more like the X-Men, but like the third wave. Like they're not even ever called X-Men. It's like the new mutants, like the new X-Men. Like we never actually get to be.
Or
on
we're
the
just
squad.
like the Suicide Squad of comedy.
Oh, there you go. We're the Suicide.
So like, yeah, so like, okay, you could send all the ACI alumni, but then like Chris Rojas and everyone's like heads blow up and shit just happens when they all die. And then it's just us three, the core actors that survive. Yeah. And Alan Flitter, of course. Yeah, Alan Flitter is like when the movie ends and you see Weasel wake up, that's Alan Flitter.
No, Stephen Rosenfield is the Amanda Waller.
Oh, God.
Just like cheating us out of money left and right.
There you go. Yeah. You won't have a life by the time this is done.
Oh, what a fucking scam artist that guy was.
Yep. Just like Amanda Waller.
Maybe he knew what he's doing, and maybe what he's really bringing together is friends, you know? And that's his core goal.
Yeah, maybe he was like, I have nothing to teach these people, but I am going to bring together a great team.
I can bond them in their hatred of me.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That's a worthwhile villain.
Yeah.
Rosenfield.
It was cool that Amanda Waller got outed by her daughter, who was probably one of the best characters on the show, honestly.
Oh,
yes. She was
Adebayo?
Adebayo, yeah.
Yeah, Adebayo. Yeah, she was cool.
She was incredible.
Definitely down to see more of her. I'm honestly down to see more of the squad, the crew. They were cool.
Yeah, right?
Dude, yeah, they were all awesome.
Vigilante, honestly, probably my favorite.
Oh, he was my favorite too.
He was
he like actual based off a character, or did James Gunn just make him up?
No,
he's based off a character.
He's based off a character, but James Gunn does take liberties. Like Peacemaker isn't the way he necessarily is in the comics. A lot of that comes from John Cena, like improvising stuff for the character, and James Gunn like making him a certain way. And Vigilante's the same. Like if I were to look up Vigilante's bio on like Wikipedia, it's going to tell me pretty much the same origin as Punisher, Frank Castle. It's like Vigilante's family was killed by the mafia, and so now he takes it out by being like a hitman and taking out all the bad people. It's just like that's not really what this guy is in the show at all.
Yeah.
He's like Deadpool almost in the show, really.
He is kind of a lot like Deadpool. He's just like this like happy-go-lucky sociopath.
Yep, yeah.
I like at the end when like they're watching the TV and Adebayo just outed everyone, and Vigilante's like in the gown in the hospital, and he just like looks up and just falls out the window like to escape. He was just fucking. He was cool, man.
Yep.
And murderous as fuck.
Yeah, that scene where he fucks up all the the Aryan.
In jail. Yeah.
In jail.
Such a good scene.
That was a funny ass scene when he's like, how about we all go around the table? And he's talking like these Nazis. He's like, tell us what our favorite thing that black culture contributed to American society. He's like, you go first. And then, dude, it's just funny James Gunn writing, man. Quick-witted.
Dude. Yeah, so funny. So funny. And I loved how like Peacemaker John Cena's character was super toxic masculine, but like he's portrayed in like such a pitiful way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, he's cool, but he's cool because he's kind of, I don't know. It seems like he's learning and growing, and I don't know. Do you understand? Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, so that's like for sure like what he is, and then he grows to be like less of those things. I mean, he actually like going back to John Cena improvising. He in like one of the later episodes, he hints at him being bi about fucking guys too. And like
John Cena, that's all John Cena.
That's all John Cena just improvising that.
What I thought was interesting. All right, so I don't know if we did like a rundown of what the show's actually about, but it's following the Suicide Squad movie that came out. It's not the original. The original Suicide Squad, James Gunn last year came out with the Suicide Squad. It's almost like a soft reboot. Peacemaker's the main character in that. This follows the events of that movie. But at the end of that movie, you're not, throughout the movie, you could be on Peacemaker's side. He's kind of a douche, but he grows a little bit, but still pretty much a douche. But at the end of that movie, you're like, fuck you, Peacemaker. Like he makes a decision.
Yeah.
He kills Rick Flag. You don't want to see that happen, but he does it. And he does it in the name of peace. And you're like, fuck you. You suck, Peacemaker. I don't care what happens to you now. Like, hope you die.
Yeah.
He winds up in the hospital, and that's where we see him at the start of the show. And you're seeing him at a low moment. I don't know. Like at the start of the show, I didn't expect to like the dude. Like I was just like, you convinced me in the Suicide Squad he's a piece of shit, but I want to see where this goes.
Yeah. And it starts out well. I mean, and the whole thing. There's like constant flashbacks to his final battle with Rick Flag, and like you can really see James does a good job of showing that he realized he's like questioning his morals and re-examining right and wrong and what he's been doing. And I love that. because Vigilante the whole time is like, why the fuck are you doing this, dude? It's better to just not think.
Yeah.
The fucking, I like in the first episode where Peacemaker is like arguing with the team. He's like, I killed Rick Flag. He's like, no one told you to do that. Yeah, it's it definitely makes you like him and feel for him. And also like it's cool, like he still is like kind of crazy. Like the last scene is him with his dead father, the image of his dead father sitting with him. You saw that one scene in the last episode when he's in the woods and they're looking for his helmet. He's like talking at his dad, and Harcourt sees him and it just looks like he's talking to a tree. So it's like it's kind of cool. Like he is still crazy, but a more lovable crazy.
And I'm sure in a second season, which they already said second season is happening, that's how his father is going to pop up. Like almost like, did you guys ever watch Dexter, like the original series when it was on?
No, I don't fucks with Dexter.
You didn't fuck with Dexter? What about you,
So
Cody?
I watched a couple episodes and then I was like, this show fucking blows and everybody has bad tastes.
Well, you guys both suck because the first 4 seasons of Dexter is great. Nah, fuck you guys. But the rest of the show sucks. But
it's a gimmick. It's a hack.
So is every show. Whatever. The point is, what happens in Dexter is like he always talks to his dead father in like these one-on-one, where it's really Dexter just like trying to it's his psychological motivation and like what's happening in the moment. So like we've already seen with his dad and those couple scenes, I feel like that's the coolest way to have it going forward. I loved his dad, Robert Patrick, in Terminator.
Yeah.
Terminator 2. He was the T-1000, right? He just fucks everything up.
He's also in The Sopranos, my dude.
Yes, he is.
Dave Scatino, the sports store owner who gets his life ruined by Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who also, he played a great character in that show too. Like
he did.
That character is so pathetic.
Yeah, he is. I didn't really feel bad for him in Sopranos at all. I was like, good for you.
No, but the acting was
But the acting was so good.
Oh yeah.
Dude, and he does a great job as a complete monster in this show.
As White Power Iron Man.
Yeah. That's funny.
He literally, like, his suit was like, it was Iron Man, but, just like with some racism thrown in.
It was cool. I dug it. I dug like all the fucking dude, like that the last fight in the last episode when they're Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Harcourt are storming the bar, and dude, they're fucking Vigilante especially, like he's fucking shit up with that fucking machete of his. Yeah, it was just awesome. Good, great action, fucking solid humor.
Every episode had at least one incredible action sequence.
Dude, going back to like how this crushes the Marvel, Disney Plus shows. Going back to that. Like in pretty much every Marvel Plus show so far has had at least one weaker episode. I didn't feel like Peacemaker had a single weak episode.
Nope, not at all.
I enjoyed every one from next to the other.
Dude.
Same. I felt this exact same way. And not only that, but I feel like what the Disney shows were really missing, not every single one of them, but majority of them, especially Falcon Winter Soldier, it wasn't really a TV show. This felt like episode to episode, it was made as a TV show, not as like a long movie, as an 8-episode long movie, which when I sit down to watch TV, I think that's what me and a lot of people expect, like that kind of narrative. And that's like you're saying, there's no weak point in any of that. Whereas in an MCU show, it could just feel like a long movie that some parts are cool, but and again, I go back to Falcon Winter Soldier where it didn't work for me because it wasn't like a show at all.
You're not a show at all, dude.
I'm not.
Peacemaker was so much better than like all the Marvel things. And so much more heart, so much more character development. It was honestly like, I feel like somehow less grounded in reality, but everybody, even the aliens, felt more relatable than most Marvel characters.
Yeah. You know what? I would even go as far to say I like this better than any of the Marvel Netflix shows, and that might be taking it too far, but that's how much I like Peacemaker.
No, I think it's just again, because it's HBO, it's a stronger quality show. Dude, like this is how I feel just about streaming services in general. Amazon and Netflix, like they put out bangers, but I find that the rewatchability rate, like I don't ever hear anyone say about how they're rewatching a Netflix series, but I do hear how people are saying they're rewatching Sopranos or The Wire or you know what I mean? And I think I'll tell you why I think it is. It's because HBO still adheres to their one episode a week thing, whereas Netflix and Amazon are just like dump So people binge it. It doesn't give them time to take it in.
I think there's something to be said about that for sure. But I
There's
think it's
definitely
also
something
just
to be
like
said about it.
Like Sopranos and The Wire are shows that are such a high caliber show. I feel like not a lot of shows compare to that nowadays.
But those are just two of their shows. With HBO, you still have like 6 Feet Under. You have shows I didn't watch. I didn't watch Sex and the City, but damn me if it wasn't a fucking hit, you know?
Right, absolutely.
You have the majority of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I just feel like HBO produces better shit.
I guess what I'm saying is I see your point. Like HBO produces a lot of bangers, but I just guess nowadays too, like to rewatch anything, it's just like there's so much to watch that, you know what? I'm rewatching right now X-Men the animated series. That's what I decided to start watching. Yeah, so
that's funny.
Dude, I can't wait to rewatch that shit.
I felt like it was time for a rewatch, and I'm liking it a lot so far. I'm already on the second season. HBO didn't make that, Jake.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting Marvel. I think they'll put out some good stuff. But between this and, I mean, we haven't seen the Batman yet, but like the vibe it's giving off and the fact that it just doesn't feel like a DC movie, you know what I mean? It feels like something completely of its own.
Yeah.
I honestly have like a lot more hope and dreams for DC shit than I do Marvel shit.
They should just let James Gunn build the DC universe.
Ooh. I don't think James Gunn, number one, works for everything. And I don't think you're going to make a good, like, if he's kind of like their Kevin Feige, that I would say, sure, give him those
That's
reins.
what I mean. Kevin Feige, give him, I don't mean he has to write or direct everything, but if you give him Kevin Feige, like overseeing the creative trajectory of the DC universe, that would be cool.
Because Suicide Squad was, I think we all agreed, right? The best DC movie we had seen in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fact.
And this is what we're saying, not only the best DC TV series we've seen in a while, probably ever, but live action wise, but it's also one of the best comic book TV series we've seen in a while. And we've seen a lot of comic book TV series lately. You know what I mean?
But also, like, I just feel like this is like the show was always what we wanted, as far as like how we don't want a cosmic Spider-Man. We don't need a cosmic Batman. We want these characters to be in their own universe. Peacemaker was very much in its own separate universe. You know, there were no other DC characters outside of that. So it was hyper focused on every character. They got ample screen time. You get to like grow with them. And then a dope use of the Justice League cameo at the end, which I thought it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Like,
I
thought it was cool.
Bringing back up the fact that Peacemaker keeps saying Aquaman fucks fish.
Yeah, and then he's like, go fuck a fish. And then what does Flash say? I think he just laughs or something.
Well, then Aquaman's like, I want people to fucking stop saying that. And Flash is like, but you do it, right? And he's like, fuck you, Barry. It just works. Like that made me like Aquaman way more than his entire movie.
It made me like all of them. And then I don't even care that like everyone's like, dude, but Batman and Cyborg wasn't there, and that wasn't Henry Cavill or Gal Gadot. I was like, you don't need. Like that's
who cares?
Who cares? Like just image wise, that shit was so cool when you saw all four of the Justice League.
Yeah,
like that was like,
also James Gunn said that he only got Jason Momoa, and it just so happened that he was hanging out with Ezra Miller that day, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll jump in a scene too." So it wasn't ever supposed to be like a huge thing, but be like. I guess the silly thing is that they have to like. Why couldn't Henry Cavill also have a quick line or Gal Gadot? Like the point
Henry
is that
he's not Superman anymore.
Is that true? Really?
That's very true. It's been true for
quit?
At least.
No,
They're done.
I don't believe it.
Yes,
he's never making one. He like closed the door on it. He's the Witcher.
Like the contract is done.
Damn, I thought he had at least one more movie in him.
No, he wasn't being used, so he like wanted out.
Damn,
that's been like 2 years old though, at least. Maybe more.
Damn. All right, but still to the point.
It's why you don't see his face in Shazam.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not even lying. It's why you don't see him here either. He's done. Like,
so dumb.
Although, if you look at the Instagram picture of the dude who was the Superman model in this cameo, he looks like Superman. So I don't know if he's a good actor. Maybe they should just get him. But
gotcha.
Yeah,
or just get the dude from the show. Honestly, I don't know.
That guy's not bad at all. Yeah,
he's not bad. Superman, that show is not bad at all, man. That show is slept on. I feel like.
Agreed.
I'm sleeping on it.
Dude, well,
you're a sleepy baby, Cody.
Yeah, you're a sleepy baby. I'm just, yeah. Who was your guys' favorite characters? Like, if you had to rank
if I'm being honest, every single person I cared about, except for the ones I was meant to hate. Like even the people that the butterflies took over, like before the butterflies took them all over, I was already invested. I thought those cops were hilarious. That dude was in like White Chicks and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah.
He's also, are you talking about I forget her name, but the Asian woman's partner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also in. He's the gym trainer in A Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah, he's always like in a small part. I've seen that guy,
but he was hilarious on Night at the Roxbury. He's a good comedy actor.
Yeah.
He's
I
funny.
really liked Mern. Mern was like, at first I'm like, is he just a regular like leader dude? But then like he grew on me too. Like I liked how like.
Yeah.
I kind of figured out he had to be a butterfly or some sort of alien person earlier on because he was just acting weird. You know what I mean? It wasn't so much of a shock when they revealed he was a butterfly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming, but we're all not as smart as you, Anthony.
Well, you gotta pay attention to the signs, dude.
Anthony is the Professor X of the squad. So
I have to see.
I didn't foresee him becoming a butterfly, but I knew there was like some underlying. I thought honestly, Mern was going to kind of be a bad guy, and they were like on a. So I didn't see the butterfly thing coming, but I knew there was like something beneath the surface. I didn't know it was literally an alien beneath his flesh.
Yeah. And to his credit as an actor, I thought that was what made it really work. And I'm excited because he's in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but James Gunn hasn't said who he is yet. He's probably going to be the villain in that movie, and he's probably going to play this dude, the High Evolutionary. You guys know who that is?
No.
He's just like some super smart, super obnoxious alien dude who he kind of like genetically creates like animal human hybrids and shit like that. So you could see how like he ties into like Rocket Raccoon's origin or something like that.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. If that's who he is. He could be like Silver Surfer or something. That would also be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Dude, he blew it out of the water. Dude, the entire squad, everyone was fucking cool.
Johnny Kanamos.
Yeah, dude.
That guy was good.
Diebeard.
Also, dude, like that
he
scene
gets his moment at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like that scene where he gives like that speech. He's like, why do you when the aliens like interrogating him, like you feel so bad, especially because they're all like listening in on his comms and they're just like, you feel so bad for him. But he was a hero. They all were like, they squatted up. Dude, when Adebayo activated the human torpedo and
that was hilarious.
Dude, that cracked up. She crashed into the wall.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And then when John Cena later did it and forced her to crash into that alien gun.
I guess that was kind of like his Rick Flag moment in this one, huh? Like he decided. Do you think it was a good call that he decided to kill that cow?
I liked that he did it, and then I liked that Adebayo was like, "Why'd you do it?" They said they were going to help you.
Yeah.
He was like, "This should be our mistake. Like it's up to us to change, not
them
to." So I'm down with Peacemaker's choice. He's a hero.
I think he's a hero. I also think even deeper than that, I like that he was like, but also I knew they would hurt you guys.
Yeah, he did it for them, not to save the world.
Cool. That's true.
That's a good point. So he's a hero to them. Yeah. So he's a hero.
He wasn't sure because he wasn't sure. He didn't want the responsibility of saving the world because it was like a very difficult answer because this alien was like, yo, we fucked up and we're seeing you make the same exact moves we made as a people and we want to help you to not do that. And that's why we've been trying to like move into places of power. Beep bop boop 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 beep bop. Anyway,
beep bop boop beep boop bop.
But anyway, and so Peacemaker is like, oh my god, do I want to like let humans destroy ourselves, or do I want to And then he's like, I'm not smart enough for this answer, but I have some people immediately that I got to care for. And that's why he did it. And I think that was like a little more wholesome and than being like, I did it to save the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And if he only waited a few minutes, the Justice League would have made that decision for him.
That was funny. He's like, "You're late, dickheads."
Yeah. Imagine saying that to Superman.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd be pretty scared.
But what do you think of the butterfly that he kept in the jar? I forget her name.
Goff.
And Goff stays with him at the end, or presumably until that liquid runs out. Who knows if she's gonna go? Like, if there's no more of that liquid, she can't live anymore. That's what the butterflies eat.
But yeah, I mean, he chose to let her live. He shot her in the chest, and he knew that she would survive.
But I thought she would like go into somebody else. That's what I meant.
No, I think there's an understanding.
So then he made a decision that even she was like, all right, I guess that was fine.
Well, I think she's like, there's no hope now. So, you know, I don't know. She cared for him.
Yeah, right.
Because he cared for her. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you who my favorite character is. Eagly.
Dude, Eagly was sick.
Dude, that fucking, he like got cooler and cooler. At first I was like, all right, like how stupid is this going to be? And then like there's that scene where him and Vigilante are running through the woods and Eagly is just fucking taking down motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Scratching their eyes out, pecking at their like jugular. Like even Vigilante's like, dude, Eagly's hardcore.
Yeah.
Like,
pure CGI too.
Oh yeah, no, obviously, but still.
Yeah.
It was just funny as shit.
Also, I love that, like, because when you see teams that have an animal as a character, the animal is always, I love that they still had like a huge animal element and he wasn't exactly the most reliable teammate, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like how well are you actually going to train an eagle? You know what I mean? Especially if you're John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty well when he's attacking those police officers.
No, yeah, exactly.
But not well enough when they needed him to take the helmet to the barn.
Exactly.
He also hugs him twice.
Yeah.
So he's smarter than the average eagle.
Exactly. He's definitely smarter than the average eagle.
But he's also still an eagle. And I like that is all I'm saying.
Yeah. James Gunn is great at being like, oh, I'm going to throw an animal in there or something that's like not human and you're going to love it.
Something weird and quirky and I'm going to make you love it.
Tree, raccoon, butterflies, and
king sharks,
like, eagles, starfish.
He'll throw weird
rats.
shit in there and make you like it. Rats, exactly. Rats.
Oh, you heard? So there's supposed to be another Suicide Squad spin-off series, and I'm hoping it's Ratcatcher, maybe even King Shark, maybe a combo. But James Gunn is going to create that show as well.
Well, I'm down to see where it goes.
See, honestly, I just want James Gunn to be curating like low profile characters in DC. Leave that and just like, but I don't know. I don't want everything to be, I like what the DC is doing, like Suicide Squad and these like B, C, D side characters. Yeah, give them to James Gunn. That's sick. Batman, give it to Matt Reeves. Completely different movie. It feels like it's.
You can tell the vibe. The vibe alone is completely different. Like I can't see Peacemaker taking place in this Batman universe.
No, not at all.
Like the last thing I want is DC to go the route of Marvel and have all of the movies just kind of like feel the same.
That's true, actually. I think it would be like such a contrast to not, and it would almost be more comic book like in that, okay, you have this universe that does, okay, now that we see the Justice League, they're obviously the Snyderverse is now canon with the James Gunn verse. So, but it would be cool to also have their, like how comics have one shots or one offs. Where it's like, yeah, this is a story about Batman, but it's not necessarily like canon in an entire type of thing.
Or like Joker. That's what Joker was. If you want to say that DC.
So like, I'm down for more of that kind of shit.
You know, Joker was like Brian Azzarello's Joker one shot.
Yeah,
like we talked about.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is like a Justice League comic. Like let's say Zack Snyder is doing the run of Justice League right now. You know, Matt Reeves is going to do the solo Batman run. You know, James Gunn is handling the run of a couple like Suicide Squad and their spin-off characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would love it if DC, because each one of those characters needs different vibes and feels. I think it's been like a fatal flaw of Marvel to be like, everything's the same. You know what I mean?
Feige out here taking shots at the big dog.
Always trying to. I think Cody's whole, like, it's been apparent for a while that Cody's trying to take down the MCU along with Kevin Feige. And now that he's fanboying over all this DC, you know, how did you feel about, and because I loved it, so maybe I'm on your side, Cody, they showed a little fucking Black Adam teaser thing. And it showed a bunch of quick clips of like his movie with a lot of new characters like Hawkman.
Adam Smasher. Yeah, I saw that. It looked dope as
Dr.
fuck.
Fate. It looked really
cool.
good, right?
Yeah, I thought it looked
I'm
really
excited for
cool.
Black Adam as well.
I'm super excited for Black Adam. I know what you're talking about. Dude, that shit looked dope. You saw fucking Pierce Brosnan in Dr. Fate garb.
Yeah,
I'm down for it,
that
man.
looks great.
Hopefully
dude,
DC
and what's
is
cool
going
is that vibe looks totally different than the other, you know, products that they've made so far. I like that. I don't feel like every movie should just be like, I know it's made Marvel so palatable, but I think people are just getting tired of it, man. I think it's going to be a while before it really crashes and burns. But I think it's losing its luster, you know?
Yeah. We'll know right away if this like hit Marvel if number one, they try to get James Gunn to do a show for them next. And if you see one of their shows get super quirky and have some sort of intro like Peacemaker did. Because you know people are going to try to copy that now. Because it was just so different, right? Like seriously, like that the intro alone like cements why the show works better than all these shows we're talking about that Marvel makes. And DC too. Like Harley Quinn works so well because it also had like not intro, but like it just understands the characters and like makes you laugh about them and care about them in the same way you would, you know, in a regular movie, but they're just going about it in a much different way, in a way that, I don't know, just appeals to us, I think, way more. Us meaning cool people.
All in all, eat shit, Marvel.
We're not Marvel sluts anymore.
Dude, I never was, bro.
Jake's an HBO slut. Anything on HBO, Jake will be like, love it, 6 out of 6.
But he hasn't watched Euphoria yet.
But when he does, he will say 6 out of 6.
Yeah, it might be an HBO slut.
It wasn't a diss.
There's a lot of shows I haven't watched. I haven't watched Euphoria. I haven't watched 6 Feet Under.
Critically acclaimed, Jake.
Yeah.
So Anthony mentioned, are there any characters, Jake, that you want to see? Because Anthony mentioned he wants to see Kite Man in this. Are there any characters that you would like to see introduced in the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Jake, that was the best response.
Well, like you were saying earlier, like it would be cool to see them face off against actual like comic book villains. Like,
oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I heard people throwing around Bane as a name, and James Gunn's like, I haven't even written anything yet. How are you guys saying it's Bane? But Bane would be cool if it's like that would be a cool dichotomy.
Yeah, I kind of
want to see these characters. I want to see like other people who movies have never touched. Like Gorilla Grodd would be sick because I really didn't mind his interpretation in the Flash TV show. So with like James Gunn movie CGI, you could make a cool Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or like, I mean, there's so many villains that haven't been touched that would be cool. Like
Mirror Master. Let James Gunn do the Flash. That might be cool.
Or if Peacemaker fights the Rogues, like, because we haven't really seen them except for like the CW version of those guys.
But we saw all the Rogues are Flash villains, so it'd be cool to see them.
Yeah, and we did see Boomerang. You're right, Cody. So they exist.
And he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is dead.
He's dead now.
Unless Flashpoint brings him back, because
Mirror Master, Captain Cold, the Top,
Heat Wave.
Yeah, Heat Wave.
Dude, or I'd love to see him, like, I mean, it'd be cool to watch them toe up against somebody, like, way more, like, Bizarro or something. Fight somebody way tougher.
Yeah, okay.
Like, Bizarro would work well in this universe, in James Gunn's section of the DC universe.
Yeah.
I could see them, like, hunting Bizarro for a season, and then almost towards the end, they're like, fuck, like, Bizarro's just, like, someone that Lex Luthor was fucking up by testing, like, Superman chemicals on him or whatever. He joins their squad, and they have to take out like Lex Luthor or something.
That'd be sick.
Like I would like the stakes to be big without them having to like, you know what I mean?
Dude, or even like it'd be cool if like they had what if it was them against like a what's the not the Legion of Doom, but like it'd be cool if there was like a team of super villains that the DCU hasn't really touched. Like maybe or even like a couple they have and a couple they hadn't. But it'd be cool to see like the Mad Hatter, you know what I mean? Like kind of sillier characters or wackier characters.
Like what's his name? Who's the zombie again in Gotham?
Oh, Solomon
Grundy. Yeah, dude, the Mad Hatter, Solomon Grundy, the what's his name? Top, you said? The Top?
He's a rogue. He's one of Flash villains, but yeah, he spins around like a top.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, they already did Polka Dot Man. They honestly could do anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Condiment Man. They could bring in Condiment Man.
King, my dude.
Condiment King. You're right.
Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious. Clock King.
Condiment King.
There's an egg master or some kind of egg villain in Batman's universe from back in the day.
Ooh, ventriloquist. That would be a fun one. Ooh,
Scarface and ventriloquist. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Clayface.
They're like, is this guy fucking serious? They have to shoot
Clayface would be cool.
Clayface.
I think James Gunn would do a cool Clayface.
Clayface. That's the one.
What women villains would you like to see them? Maybe like a cooler version of Cheetah or something.
Maybe like Poison Ivy, because we haven't seen her since the Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd get Poison Ivy in like a Birds of Prey 2 or something like that.
No, I think they should restart the universe and not acknowledge anything.
What? That's not happening. They're definitely continuing that corner.
You think Birds of Prey is going to continue to be a movie?
People love Margot Robbie. Dude, I liked the Bird. I know you hated it, Jake.
It wasn't that bad.
It was that bad.
I think you're...
And anyway, they already said like Black Canary from that movie showing up in the Batgirl series, so that's staying for sure. That I don't think that was even up for debate.
I think Harley and people really love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, no, she's a great Harley.
She's great.
I'm not saying her. I'm just like kind of like how the Suicide Squad was like a soft reboot. Like, let's see her post this movie. I don't know if I really care about the Birds of Prey being with her. I kind of just want to see like a solo Harley movie.
Well,
I mean, I could see that too, but
yeah, I guess it would still follow her mostly, like because Birds of Prey still really was Harley Quinn's movie at the end of the day. Like it just,
it was called Birds of Prey and some Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool title.
Really long title that no one ever says.
It's such a stupid title, dude. It's just lame.
I guess what I'm saying is I could definitely see Poison Ivy in the next one as like her love interest because that's something they've done in the cartoon and it's something that people love to see, like Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy together. So that's what I would see. I don't think James Gunn should be the one to do that, to be honest, but he could play once they establish that, throw them into like Suicide Squad or something, but I don't know, let someone else do that. I want to see James Gunn actually do Deadpool now that I've seen him do Vigilante.
Sofia Coppola should direct it.
Yeah, Sofia Coppola directs Birds of Prey 3, Birds of Prey 2, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn's Vacation.
Yeah. A24 co-produces.
Yeah.
A20. Oh, dude, that'd be pretty sick. An A24 Harley Quinn movie.
And also co-produced by HBO Max and Cinemax.
and Skinemax. How many Joe Pesci's we giving it?
Come on, dude. You already know.
You know this.
Yeah, dude. This is
we all know the answer.
Yeah, 666, baby.
Yeah. Big old 6.
Dude.
Yeah. And Peacemaker would be down for that. He'd be like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He'd be down. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, the entire Peacemaker is like some of the best comic book output that's like based output that's came out in a long time. I'd say.
And he I just realized that he smokes weed. We see him smoke weed multiple times in the show. He hits bongs, he smokes joints. Thank you, James Gunn.
He's an American, dude.
He's an American.
Yeah,
that's what we like to do.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be an American.
No, we're not doing that.
No, I was just trying to be like that. I don't know. I didn't mean it.
I'll do what Cody does anyway. Moving on.
But yeah, 6. Everyone was cool.
Easily.
I like that.
Everyone was cool, including all those white power dudes, Cody. Come on. I'm not agreeing with that.
Well, they were cool in the fact that they were good actors
Cody
and
was down
funny.
with that.
Yeah, they were funny. What? White power's not funny, you asshole.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you think white power is hilarious, dude? You think white supremacy is something to laugh at, Cody?
Oh my God! You should keep this joke
Are you
going,
giving
guys. It's
white
going
power a
so
blowjob
well.
right there?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He was imagining it.
Well, you
Let's end the
Cody's
joke.
Fun
Cody
times.
doesn't like it.
Fun. That was fun.
But Cody, where can we hear good jokes and have fun times? I hear that you're doing a bunch
Oh, I got a bunch of shows. So by the time,
that's a good segue.
dude. So Cody's got a busy motherfucking schedule, baby. Okay, so here's what's on the books going forward so far. This comes out Thursday, so if you listen Thursday morning and want to see me live, I'm going to be doing comedy in Charleston, West Virginia. That's Thursday. Friday, I'm going to be
February 24th. That's the date.
Yes, Thursday, February 24th. Friday, February 25th, I'm going to be in DC.
Ooh, the capital.
Doing punk house comedy at the Pie Shop, and it's gonna be me, 4 other comedians, and 4 punk bands for $10. So that's like
Joe Biden.
Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, Joe Biden will be there.
Confirmed.
He's gonna be raging in the
pit. Dude, yeah, he's the MC of the show.
So that's Friday. A week from Friday, I'm back in Morgantown. I'm opening for Mary Santora. April, this is a ways out, but I'm still gonna bring it up. I'm producing an entire fucking comedy festival. 3 days, 4 venues, 5 separate shows. Like ranging from local comics here in West Virginia to nationally touring comics. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm releasing the poster in the next few days.
Nice.
That sounds very sick.
That's April. And then the last thing I'm going to mention, just because I'm honestly kind of honored, but I'm opening for Chris Gethard in June.
Hell yeah.
Near Morgantown.
Yes.
That'll be sick.
Yeah, so I've got some dope shit coming. Yeah, so that's my future, guys. Thanks for asking. I'll update as things come along, but yeah, dude. So yeah, this Thursday and Friday, I'm in Charleston, West Virginia, and DC.
Nice. And speaking of the future, we got Bat March coming up. So every week in March, we're talking about a Batman comic or a Batman movie. So buckle up, folks.
Yeah, I hope you're ready to suck Batman's dick.
Mm-hmm. But he won't go down on you, so don't expect anything in return.
Yeah,
so.
It's not going to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
We don't make those rules, sorry.
This is about Batman's orgasms only.
Yeah.
Yep. Batgasms, right. You'll learn about that word. But also, we're kind of kicking it off early. I just realized we're coming out with another episode on Sunday. First episode of something called the Sunday Smoke Sesh, where we have friends on. We'll have maybe some more comic creators on, comedians, the whole spiel. But instead of doing like a straight up interview, we're going to be talking about Batman versus Superman. So check that out.
Yeah.
Got a special guest. You'll have to check that out to see who it is.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cool, guys. Well,
we didn't even do an intro for this episode. By the way.
We were high.
Yeah. Well, this was another episode of Comics Chronic. What?
Well, Jake does say in this episode we're talking about I almost said Zencaster because I read it at the
We're talking about Zencaster.
We're talking about Zencaster.
Oh.
Well, look, we don't do outros. We don't do intros. We do what we want here on Comics and Chronic.
Yeah.
And if you listen to us, it's because you like that spontaneity.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
That's what you come here for. We say random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're cool dudes.
Like, check out our website, comicsandchronic.com. See, that's random, but it's real. You should check it out.
Hey,
comicsandchronic.com.
Sweet. Well.
All right, you cool kids. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again.
Like an answering machine outro.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake FH.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.